Anyone else got like these triangle bits where we've got so much baby hair they just don't stick down? It's so annoying. Hello, I'm Eloise and this is my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you my super easy, everyday, with a twist makeup look. I've had this requested on my Instagram quite a lot. You guys want to see something that's more everyday, also a little bit more rosy toned, and also using the brand new Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. So that's what I'm going to do today. And if you want to have a say in what I film, then make sure you follow my Instagram. My handle is here, and you can go over there and let me know what you want me to film. But for today, it's going to be a rosy toned, everyday sort of look using the Naked Cherry palette, but with a twist. I've got to add a little bit of glitter in there, otherwise it wouldn't be me. So without further ado, if you are interested in watching my makeup tutorial, then make sure you keep on watching. For today's foundation, I'm actually going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I haven't used this for probably about 5 years. This used to be my ride or die foundation. I used to absolutely love it. However, it's pretty pricey, so I stopped using it when I went to uni because obviously I could not afford that. So I've got the shade Desert Beige. Hopefully it matches me. My mum bought this and she got the wrong shade, so she gave it to me. I remember this is so annoying. Having to pour it out and then hopefully not wasting it. If you do, you have to scoop it back into the pot. So irritating. Why don't they come out with a pump? So I'm going to be taking my trusty optical blurring brush. Pretty good match actually. Would have liked it slightly darker, but it's okay. That's what bronzer's for. But I don't want this to be super full coverage. I want to literally just whack this on my skin because this is everyday. I don't like a really full coverage. I don't really like a full coverage anyway. I like to be able to see my own skin peeking through, but I'm interested to see if I still like this foundation because I used to absolutely love it. It's got a nice glow on the tops of the cheekbones. I just hope it doesn't accentuate my lines because it's more of like it feels quite greasy. We'll have to see what it looks like throughout the day. I feel like this foundation accentuates texture. Yesterday I had this spot and I used my EX1 foundation and it didn't have this issue, but today it's literally accentuating all the dry skin around it. Has got a nice glow though, which I do like, but about this whole texture accentuating thing. It does claim to have a 24-hour staying power. I'm sorry, but no foundation has that. Looks fresh and flawless, feels lightweight and so comfortable. You won't believe it's long wear. Won't change colour, smudge or come off clothes. Now we all know that's a lie. If you've got a boyfriend who always wears white shirts like mine, you will know that whatever foundation you wear, it's going to come off on their shirt. So we've started off on a bad foot already because they are lying to me. I know this is going to come off on clothing. In fact, I want to try it. Yeah. Okay, now that's really nicely buffed into my skin. I have excess on my hand, so I'm going to try and scoop that back into the bottle because I'm an unhygienic girl. Next for concealer, I'm going to use the Sleek Life Proof Concealer. You've seen me do this a million times, I'm just going to speed through. So before this creases, I'm going to take my brand new Shapeshifter by Urban Decay and I'm going to take the powder shade. I'm so happy that I got a new one of these because this is the most convenient palette ever. It's got the most gorgeous under eye setting powder, the most blinding highlighter, and you know the bronzer and the contour shade is my absolute fave. I swear this is like my 4th one that I've gone through. I'm just going to set all my usual areas. I really don't want this foundation to crease on me, so I'm going to overly powder where A, I get a little bit oily, which is my T-zone, and B, where I crease, so underneath my eyes and around my mouth. And now, because I've powdered it all, I want to bring some life back into my skin. So I'm going to take my All Nighter Setting Spray by Urban Decay, spritz that all over and really bounce it back into the skin with my sponge. So I can already see this foundation creasing in my forehead and around my mouth. I think I'm absolutely going to hate this foundation. Oh, I've got such a long day today. I don't finish work until 9:30, so... Now for some highlighter, I'm going to take this gorgeous shade with my large powder brush from Real Techniques. Just pop that on the tops of the cheekbones. See how beautifully that goes on. You get a really nice sheen. And you can always build it up depending on the brush that you use. So you're going to get a really nice diffused highlighter if you use a large brush like this, and then later on I like to go in with a much smaller brush just to pinpoint those high points. I will say though, I feel like my highlighter is sticking to my skin a lot nicer than normal because I think the foundation is quite tacky. And I've been using this brush for my bronzer lately. This is the Urban Decay large powder brush. It's nice and flat, so you're going to get a really nice defined contour, and it's massive, so it gets the job done really quickly. And I like to just dip in once to the bronze and once to the contour. You see you get a lot of product on there, so I just like to bounce it off on the back of my hand or on a sleeve or a towel, whatever. And the bigger the brush, like I just said about the highlighter, the more diffused effect you get. So if I was to use my normal bronzing brush like that, I'm going to get something a lot more concentrated and a lot more defined. But I've been enjoying that blurred out bronze effect lately, so I've just been using this large powder brush. And it's the most amazing thing for the forehead because it literally does it so quickly. And it gets my big old fab head. Can you see how quickly that bronzed my head? Look at this side compared to this side. Same on the other side. So now for blush. Oh, I love these NYX blushes. I've just noticed they've both got different packagings on them. This one literally just says NYX, and this one says NYX Professional Makeup, and then how many grams are on there? How weird. So this one's in the shade Coraline and this one's in the shade Summer. I feel like there needs to be an in-between shade, so all I do is pop one in the lid, hold it like that, grab my blush brush and dip into both of them. And that's going to make the most perfect blush shade, and literally just on the apples of the cheeks, and you get that lovely flushed look. I used to absolutely despise blush, but now I cannot live without it. I feel like it makes your face just look so fresh and like you've just been on a brisk walk in the autumn weather. Although I think that's enough highlighter for me, if you wanted to, and I'm just going to do it now just to show you, I'm going to take a little bit more of that highlighter, the smaller brush, and just pop that right on the highest point of the cheekbone. Honestly, I feel like this foundation has made highlighter stick so much better, because usually I would actually go in with this brush, but I feel like I don't need to. Look at that. Love. Okay, so that is the skin done. I feel like I just want to put a little bit more powder with a denser brush around my mouth, because I know that that's going to crease and really irritate me throughout the day. So I'm just going to blow my cheeks up, press the powder in. I'm going to take my fluffy brush and just dust it away. One last spritz of all-nighter. I just feel like it's really accentuated texture on my face, this foundation. I'm just going to quickly do my brows off camera because you've seen me do them a million times, but I did do them in my previous video, so if you want to watch that and see exactly how I've done my brows, then it's going to be over there because I do the same thing all the time. So yeah, BRB. So I'm back with the brows, and now I'm just going to prime my eyelids with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Enigma, and I'm just going to whack that on with my finger until it's slightly tacky. Just having a feel with my finger to see if it's okay. It sure is. So I'm going to be taking a Zoeva 221 that is severely stained by bright pink, and I'm going to take the shade Feels, and this is by far my most favourite colour in the palette. And all I'm going to do is pop that right in the crease. So I like to follow where my brow bone is. So my brow bone is here and I like to go slightly under, so my brush tucks right into there. So push your brush in where your eyeball is, and that is basically where you want to do your blending. And you can see how much pigment is coming off from this eyeshadow, and I think that's why I love it so much, because you literally just need to whack it on once, blend out the edges, and you're good to go. So super quick, so super easy. Like, that is dipped in once. Can we just appreciate that? I've just dipped in back one more time just to help blend those edges. But it was literally just a tap. And once I've got most of the pigment off the brush, I just like to start blending upwards towards the brow, and that really helps to blend. Can you see that bit of baby hair? It's really irritating me. I've put hairspray on it, I've put gel on it. I cannot seem to get rid of it. I think this hair needs to go. And when my eyes are open and looking straight forward, you can see that shadow. I'm going to quickly do the other eye. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the brush that comes with the palette, I'm just going to take a slight bit of Devilish and I'm just going to work on that outer corner and tucking that slightly into the crease. I'm taking the smallest amount at a time because I don't want this to turn dark at all, because obviously this is an everyday, easy wearable look. Just want an added bit of dimension just in that outer corner. So it's just really, really nice and soft. And you could stop there and you could just chuck feels all over the lid just for a matte smoky eye. Feels underneath and you're good to go. But I'm going to add a bit of shimmer because I'm actually so obsessed with shimmer at the moment. I used to be an all matte kind of gal through and through, chuck on a wash of colour and I'm out the door. Actually it's since getting the Naked Cherry palette because I'm just obsessed with these 3 shades. They are absolutely gorgeous, so I must use them. And I'm just going to take this flat stubby brush and I'm going to take a mixture of Bang Bang and Turn On. Love this combination. I'm going to spritz with All Night Setting Spray. Tap off the excess because I don't want to fall down. Oh girl! And I love to bring shimmers quite high up. You can just leave it where your actual mobile lid is, but I like to take it higher so that when you're blinking away throughout the day, like we all do, it's not going to transfer. My fold folds over onto the shimmer. Am I making any sense? And therefore the shimmer's going to transfer, so you want to go slightly higher up. And I just like to tilt my head back. Keep checking forward to see how high you can go. And this is probably higher than most people are comfortable with, but I just absolutely love it because you can see that shimmer when my eyes are open, right in that corner there. And that is just such a gorgeous shimmer. I'm just obsessed with shimmers at the moment. Anything sparkly, anything glittery, anything shimmery, I am all there for. Now I'm going to take a 221 and Feels again, and I'm just going to pop that underneath my lash line. And you know me, I love a smoky lash line. So I like to take this big brush. Can you see the difference between both eyes with a smoky lower lash line? It just completes the look, really frames the eyes. I've got really deep set under eye wrinkles, so this really helps to disguise it. So I think I want to add a bit of pencil just in the outer corner. I might regret it, so I'm going to try it first and then come back to you. Yeah, I like it. I've literally done the smallest line just from the middle outwards, and I've done the smallest little just like so this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Whiskey. And I'm just really going tight against my lashes, literally just for an added bit of definition. So I'm not going to be wearing false eyelashes today. So if you haven't tried a 24/7 Glide On pencil by Urban Decay, why not? They're so creamy. They're 50% moisturising ingredients, hence why they're so creamy. And once they dry down, they do not budge because they're waterproof. So you've got about 30 seconds to a minute to smudge them out. I'm not going to smudge mine out today because I'm really liking the shape of it. So you could absolutely miss this next step out, but I did it the other day and I was absolutely living for it. So this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner in the shade Grind, and I literally just stroke it on. And once this dries down, oh my god, you look like you've got a gloss on your lid. It's so pretty. And they've got loads of shades of these. I love the way that this one looks with the pinks. Because obviously it's a pink iridescent glitter. Just love that. I just think you look so pretty. Because look at that eye compared to that eye. Can you see the difference? It just makes it look so glossy. And a lot of you requested for me to do this look because I did a very similar look on my Instagram the other day. And this is literally all I wear to work. It just adds a little something, and you need to wait for that to dry before you fully open your eyes, because otherwise it's going to crease. So the eyes are dry and gleaming to the gods. I love this look, hence why I've been wearing it all the time. But like I said, you don't need the glitter at all. You can literally just stick to the shimmers in the palette. You can tell how much I love this product because there's no writing left on it. So this is the Urban Decay Subversion Mascara. You know me, I pop this bad boy in my brows all the time to make them fluffy, but when I'm not wearing false eyelashes, this is a must-have, and it makes the lashes so much fuller, thicker, longer. Gives something for your mascara to grab hold of if you don't have this product. How many times do I have to mention it in a video for you to buy it? It's so good. I swear this is the only product that I mention constantly because it's that good. And then Miss Baby Roll by L'Oreal, so good. To finish off, I'm going to be doing my lippies, and this is my absolute favourite combination. That I couldn't find my favourite Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Loyalist. I finally found it, so I can show you my dream combination. So it includes the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Stark Naked. The perfect nude you will ever buy in your entire life. It's so good. How perfect is that nude shade? You can literally just wear that on its own. But I'm going to take my Loyalist matte ink. It smells so good. And I just like to pat this on with my finger because I feel it goes on the best that way. And actually, I'm really enjoying just a matte lip at the moment. So I was going to use the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Beige Pearl, which is really, really gorgeous gloss. But I love a matte lip, so that's just no. So this is the finished look. This is my rosy tone everyday makeup look using the Naked Cherry palette, and this is truly what I've been wearing every single day because it's quick, it's easy, it's super effective. It looks like I've put in a lot of work to get this eyeshadow. It's literally just a bit of glitter and the Naked Cherry palette. Super, super easy, super gorgeous. So I am obsessed with this look. I love it. My highlighter is in point. I'm still not sure about the foundation. I'll have to update you in my next video because it's already majorly creasing around my mouth. It looks a little bit cakey, especially underneath my eyes. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.